There were 10 virgins, 5 were foolish, and 5 were wise. And that's what we have read in Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 to 13. Dear leaders, many of you in this group have demonstrated that you are the wise virgins who had your lamp ready with sufficient oil, waiting for the bridegroom to return. And that is the challenge that we all face as leaders. When we joined the ministry, we were excited initially. When we took leadership, we also got excited then. But as we started experiencing challenges and troubles, and now with the COVID-19 situation, it is easy for us to pull back and to say, did I make the right decision joining this ministry? Is it time for me to take a sabbatical? I can't get along with this person. The members of my parish and the parishioners are not supporting the initiatives and activities that we are doing. And these voices start to play their tricks in our head. And I can totally understand the struggle that you are going through. I've been in ministry myself too, and the struggles are very much the same. But today we are asked to wait on the Lord. And many of you have been very consistent in waiting on the Lord. That despite the challenges at home and despite the challenges at work and even in your church, you still continue to serve. In fact, I would consider that this moment in time is perhaps one of the most difficult times for us to be sincere and fervent in ministry. It's easier to say, I'm going to sit back and watch and see. And there's even this talk in town that we need to just wait. But sometimes the waiting is over. The action is now. And I want to thank you for your continuous support in the last 4 sessions of this Parish Leaders Transformation Training. And as we embark into the final sessions tomorrow, which is session 3, together with Alex, where he's going to talk about how do you organize these activities effectively using the resources that you have in your parish. And also the final session by Paul Julianos is going to talk about how you could fully capitalize the power of social media to get your message across to your parish members and also to the community at large. God has provided us all these tools. The question is, are we using these tools? And more importantly, are we using these tools consistently? And in order for that to happen, yes, it takes sacrifice of time. It takes the sacrifice of our thinking. And even sometimes it takes us away from our family a little bit here and there as we continue to focus on the needs of our parish. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the dedication, particularly for those of you who attended these sessions. And even for those of you who could not attend, but you very consciously went through the videos to see what has actually transpired in the sessions that you have missed. And to those of you who have been reporting or been responding to our outreach team by updating us on the activities that you've been doing, we are very thrilled and excited that the Holy Spirit is working in such a big way in you and in the life of your parish. You decided to hear and pay heed to the voice of God in your heart to move into action despite the many challenges that you're facing. And I assure you that if you're doing it with the intention to glorify God, your tree would bear fruit, my dear friends. And that's what we're called upon to do, to wait on the Lord, but ready to move into action like the 5 wise virgins, like many of you are so fervent in your commitment to your ministry. So as you come into the final 2 sessions tomorrow, I hope that you come with an open heart to end this session with a bang, with a reignited commitment, a reignited zeal that you are going to go there to make things happen. That you are not one of those leaders who get excited for the moment and then get deranged by the many things that happens after that. You are not one of those leaders. Because you know that what you're doing is what God has called you. It's not what man has called you to do. It's what God has called you to do. Just as Jesus was committed in the 3 years of his ministry, he gave it his all. And what better example there is than Jesus Christ himself, who showed us the way And all we need to do is to walk that path. So I would like to invite you, that if you had doubts about coming for the final session tomorrow, please come. Please come. Because tomorrow's session is going to be the beginning for the rest of the days of your ministry. It's going to take it on to the next level. So I would like you to come tomorrow and to pray for each other. Pray for the facilitators, Alex and Paul. Pray for the other leaders who are also attending the session together with you, that God will continue to work on them, that God will continue to inspire them and to open their minds and hearts towards the act of service. At this note, I also would like to touch a little bit about the action plans that we've been sending out to you. Many of you have started working on it. Some of you are asking us, should I respond to you, send the action plan back to us? You don't have to send it back to us at this juncture. What we want you to do is to start working on things, and I can assure you our outreach team will be keeping in touch with you even after these sessions are over, to walk you through the process. And if you need any help, you can always get in touch with us. But every action plan we've given you, we really want you to put down your thoughts into it. If you want us to take a look at it, please feel free to send it to us and we will respond to it. But we want that to be a guide. In the last action plan that was sent by Elizabeth, she talked about the 3 R's: the reconnect, reach, and raise. Remember that? Reconnect, reach, and raise. Have you reconnected with your leaders? Have you reached your members? Have you raised new leaders? Begin thinking about some of those things that you could have started doing, and perhaps just write down a journal in the document they've given you to see how that happens. And in the process of doing that, you probably want to be reminded of what Jude talked about in his session about the 12 behaviors of a servant leader. Have you begun demonstrating this, and you were encouraged to use at least 3 of it since the session was over? And perhaps you want to just reflect and see how well you have started demonstrating that service. Or maybe you were demonstrating it, but this time you're more conscious at it. That as Christian leaders, we think before responding. We ask ourselves, is this inspired by the Holy Spirit, before we make any decision or say something? And so this is the call for leadership, my dear friends. And leadership, as much as it comes with its unique burdens, but it also comes with its unique graces. It makes you a better person. It increases your wisdom. And more importantly, you get to advance God's will on earth. And that's what this is all about. So I'd like to welcome you once again for our sessions tomorrow. I can assure you, you're going to learn very much in that session tomorrow, and you'll be able to apply them immediately. Rest assured that we are continuing to pray for you and for your family members. Let's continue to pray for each other. God bless you.